heard the myths of gods and titans. But as you approach the end of your journey, I will tell you the truth that all men fear. The truth that neither Pandora nor the Sphinx will face. There are no gods, son of man. There are no titans, no heroes to save you, no divine judge to weigh your soul against a feather. Nature has no will, and she is not your mother. There is only you, and the spark of the sublime that is your mind. As for myself, I never brought the flame to humankind as the stories tell. I only showed you where it was within yourselves. Yes, this is your duty. Your friend Byron understands this. As you freed me, so I will help you free your friend. When you are within Olympus, follow my signs.
All right, it's time to do this. Let's go get Byron. Byron always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws, or to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
$1K, a word please, without the streaming. I'm afraid your choices have put me into a difficult position. Belief in the goal was already waning, but your revelation in the Somnodrome may have given it the final blow. I'm sure it was, and I don't even disagree. No one really has all the answers, not even the founder, but that doesn't mean that we don't need the goal. Look, let me speak plainly for a moment. You and I both know that I exaggerated. I built a myth around Athena that does not reflect what she believed. But you have to understand, it wasn't really about her. It was about what the city needed. It was about keeping us together, invested in a common narrative. And it was about preventing us from going the way of our ancestors. Because temptation is real, and our flaws are still the same. A myth, but a necessary one. I'm not a fanatic or a fool, 1K, although I sometimes play one. I'm just trying to do the right thing. I know I can't stop you from trying to save Byron, but what's in that pyramid could destroy everything I've tried to build. That's what you said to Pandora, isn't it? The truth is the only foundation a future can be built upon. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Anyway, I've done what I could. You do as you must. Good luck.
Let's go.
You're coming along this time?
Yep.
Well, what about protocol?
Screw protocol. It's Byron.
Follow my sprite, and it will show you the way to your friend.
Do as he says. We went through a lot of trouble to get this guy out of his chains. Now it's his turn to help.
This way. You must free him. He cannot free himself.
What's happening? 1K? I'm out. Oh, my friend, the things that I saw, the power of this machine, the depth of her grief. Come on, follow me. I have to show you something. I thought all of this was deliberate. Athena testing us to see if we're worthy of her invention. I wanted to believe that she had a plan. In my own way, I mythologized her as much as everyone else. I never thought she might feel confused, lonely. uncertain. And what's the most human thing to do when you feel lost and sad and you have no idea what to do next? You take a nap. Here, listen.
If I give them the machine, if I convince them of its power, we could finally build the world Alexandra imagined. The world Miranda deserved. No, the world we all deserve, even the worst of us. We could take stewardship of this planet. We could explore the stars. We could give meaning to the universe.
If you embrace the knowledge of the flame, you can bring light into the darkness.
But what if they make the same mistakes again? What if selfishness and stupidity win out again? What if they take my machine and turn it into a weapon? What if they act like children and burn the planet?
The secrets of the flame are not for ordinary mortals to know. You cannot overcome your sinful nature.
Do you see what's happening? It's her. It's all her. Everything we're seeing is Athena. Her every hope, her every fear, all of her memories and contradictions brought to life by the machine. A dream given form expressed in the language of her childhood. A world of puzzles and towers.
No, what can I do? How do I make this decision? There has to be an answer. There has to be a way of making sure it's the right choice. It can't just be a leap of faith.
There are no answers, creature of clay. Every question leads to another.
She's not waiting for us to prove ourselves before she helps us. She needs us to help her. We have to wake her up. Whoops. The system is still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
No! I cannot allow this.
Uh-oh.
You have suffered a grievous injury, my child. But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you, and it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
Welcome back to the land of the living. For a while there, I thought we might have to reset you. We think you and Byron got hit by some kind of energy discharge. Knocked both of you out. Alcatraz, Melville, and Yakut went looking for you, but you were hard to find, and even harder to fix. It's been several weeks. A lot has changed. While you were asleep, the idea of the goal cracked and then broke. People decided they wanted change. They wanted the ideals of Athena, not the founder. A better world of growth and exploration, but without the mistakes of the past. And so they turned to Byron, who never wavered in his beliefs. He's mayor now. The question is, what do you plan to do now? And what about the theory of everything? Good. I didn't want to push you, but I agree. Like you said, the alternative would mean giving up who I am, and I shouldn't have to do that. Baron's waiting for you outside, by the way. We're all in this together, 1K. One way or another.
Hello, 1K. It's still strange when people call me that. You know, it's funny. Asking you to come along on the expedition was an impulse, but it was probably the most momentous decision I made. You changed everything. But the story's not over yet. We do. She gave everything she had for this city. And I don't think any of us really understood it. Not even me. We all tried to turn her into a prophet when she was just a human being. Athena's dreams. A recursive loop of hopes and fears. And my own foolishness. For thinking I had been abandoned. When I had been given a chance to grow up. To stand for my own ideas. Well, luckily this time we shouldn't have any trouble getting another expedition approved. I hear the mayor is a big fan of Athena and is very interested in her theory of everything. In fact, I think he's having a VTOL prepared as we speak. There's just one thing you have to take care of first. Speak to Melville and Yakut. They were part of the beginning, they can be part of the end, if they want to. I'll take care of the rest.
Good to see you up and awake, 1K. We've been studying the Somnodrome data while you were out. So far, all the math checks out. I'm hoping you're assembling your team to finally unravel the theory of everything. I'd love to get my hands on that data. Excellent. Chauncey was looking for you, by the way. Good luck with the rest of your mission, 1K.
You're going back, aren't you?
We are. We can't leave Athena trapped.
But you're not going to shut the machine down, are you?
No.
Then let me just say this, okay? I understand what you believe in. I really do. I've always respected your vision of the future, Byron. It's beautiful. It's moving. But just consider that maybe there is another way. A way that is more humble and maybe less exciting, but no less beautiful. Just consider that maybe that machine doesn't have any answers for us. None that really matter. We don't need a theory of everything to be happy.
It was never just about happiness, Hal. But thank you for your honesty. All right, I'll see you at the VTOL.
Things are finally getting better.
Attention all citizens. A scavenging expedition to the Western Ruins will set out next week. If you'd like to participate, please get in touch with Garrus.
It's good to see you again, 1K. I was afraid you'd perished. I feel a kind of foreboding. Perhaps that's too negative a word, but I feel that change is coming, one way or another, and life will never be the same again. To be honest with you, I don't know. This voice pack makes me sound far more self-assured than I really am. But after everything you've seen and experienced, I trust you to make the right choice.
Hey!
A lot's changed since you last walked the gardens, 1K. Exactly. Would you like to know a secret? A long time ago, Doge may have mentioned a mysterious fifth friend of hers. I am that friend. You've demonstrated how much you want to share your compassion with the world. Well, welcome to the team. In case you ever need it, the code phrase is Moral Compiler Disco. You're not alone, 1K. Whatever you decide to do next.
Good luck.
1K, you're back. Listen, people responded to what you saw in the Somno drone. I've seen 3 random acts of kindness just this morning. I think people are happy with the change of leadership that happened while you were sleeping. But they're nervous about what you're going to do next.
I'm really glad you made it, 1K. For a while, I really thought even Neith couldn't fix you. I'm sorry, but I can't. I just don't believe that things could turn out well. I thought about it over and over, and I understand what it would mean for us. But I just think people are too flawed. We'd make too many mistakes. Take care, 1K.
Welcome back, 1K.
1K, you're back on your feet. One of which I fixed, by the way. You're welcome. Of course I will. I think I might want this even more than you do. I want to explore. I want to build. I want to be more than this grumpy old mechanic going through the motions. I want to live. See you there.
Welcome back, 1K. Glad to see you're doing better. Surprisingly calmly. He knows what he's doing, and he's gonna get the job done. He did have to kick out a few people, but he was a lot nicer about it than I would have been. I think it's only the beginning. Athena hasn't even scratched the surface of what you could do with it, and that's fine, she's just one person. The really interesting stuff is gonna start happening when you give this power to the people, when every citizen can bring their own ingenuity to it. I'm still doing the same job I did before, but Byron's removed some of the layers of bureaucracy, so we communicate more directly now, and we have more choices in how we deal with problems. Well, it's hard to believe, but we won. Turns out that does happen.
"1K. It's a pleasure to see you back on your feet. Everyone was quite worried about you. And let me just say that it means a lot to me that you've stuck by your principles, despite all the pressure. We've finally started fixing stuff again. Byron has given people a sense of purpose and dignity. Not everyone is happy, but if you return with Athena and the theory of everything, I think this is going to be a golden age. I feel hope, 1K. Real, proper hope. We can transform the world. We can lessen suffering. It's going to happen, thanks to you. She's well, thank you. I hope that with the theory of everything, we'll be able to extend her life. She deserves immortality no less than we do. Good luck, my friend.